So we returned to the N64 after a long period away from the last game, which was Banjo-Kazooie. You can probably guess what's next. It's Banjo-Tooie. And I'll let you into a little secret. I've never played this game, I don't think. I might be totally wrong, but I don't think I have. The more I thought about it, I'm not certain I ever have. So we'll give it a go. I'm expecting a very similar game to the original, which was absolutely superb. I really loved the first one. So you can say I have played it a little bit there on the main menu when I selected Banjo on the first file. I just gave it a quick boot up to make sure it was working okay. But yeah, I have no nostalgic attachment to this game like I did the original Banjo-Kazooie, which of course I did have. So I don't know an awful lot about it. I know the reason I don't have that attachment is because of when it was released. It came out, I think, quite towards the end of the N64's life cycle, really. It came out actually in England in 2001, so we were well into the PlayStation 2 at that point. Certainly I was. I got a PS2 at Christmas in the year 2000, so I think the N64, God bless it, was probably gathering dust at that point, I have to be honest with you. I think the last Rare game I actually played on the N64 was probably either Perfect Dark or Donkey Kong 64. So yeah, I don't have a great deal of reference for this, but I'll say one thing straight away as we enter Spiral Mountain. I feel like I could be playing Banjo-Kazooie 1 right now. Obviously they've reused the same area, that's totally fine. Okay, so Gruntilda's henchman, or Grunty's henchman, to be colloquial, is waiting for me in a cave. Oh no. It looks beautiful. Straight away, you just... And the sound, that music, if you can hear it past my droney voice, is just exceptional. That was one of the strongest things about the original Banjo-Kazooie. The music was so good, so many memorable tunes. And yeah, here we are. Only a brief review. I feel, you know, I'm not gonna attempt to finish Banjo-Tooie. I have to be honest. I assume it's a 15 to 20 hour game, in much the same vein as the original. Lots to collect, lots to do. But just a brief look at the gameplay, the visuals and the music, and straight away you can say it holds up to the original. That was never in doubt with Rare. Don't we all just wish Rare would go back to being this good? Like, what went wrong? This isn't a dig at Microsoft or at Xbox, but what has gone wrong with Rare there? They've lost a lot of the people that made Rare what they were since they got bought out. And you know, I know they did the Banjo game on the 360, the nuts and bolts, but it weren't the same. It didn't have this feel. It was a very different type of game. And maybe with the buyout of Activision, yes, the unbelievable buyout, maybe the time is there now for Banjo to return with a proper Banjo 3 or Banjo 3E, as has always been rumoured. You know, give it to Toys for Bob or Vicarious Visions, one of the guys that have been doing the Crash remasters or the Spyro remaster, and Bob's your uncle. Toys for Bob's your uncle. Ho ho! So we'll go up to the top. This was where we traversed in the original Banjo-Kazooie, of course, to get into Grunty's lair in her mouth. But yeah, what a great servant to the N64 Rare was. And away we go. I mean, look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely. Was that Spyro above me? It bloody looked like him. Let me career down Grunty's throat. And there's Cheeto, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I do remember you. Not going to be much use to me right now. The one thing I will say, and this isn't a dig as such as more of an observation, and I felt this way when I was playing Banjo 1, The controls for the N64 versions, you know, it just doesn't quite work in modern times for me, the N64 controller. I felt that way. I mean, I can't work out how to fire my eggs out of Kazooie's mouth. But that might be me with my poor controller mapping, who knows. Yeah, I don't think the control scheme holds up quite as well. But, you know, it was ahead of its time with the analog stick, and it was a weird layout even then, but you just got used to it. But yeah, it doesn't quite feel great to play. But I have played a bit of Banjo-Kazooie on the Xbox Series S via the backwards compatibility, and the gameplay there is fantastic. They've updated it. Feels fine to play. Only it's not a criticism. It's a. We have to remember this game is now 21 years old. If you're in the UK, 22 if in America. It came out a few months before on the N64 in America. And yeah, it's incredible, really, that that's the only thing you can say as a down mark against this. From the small bit of sort of pre-reading, if you will, that I did note there were a couple of criticisms at the time it came out around the frame rate being poor, but I'm not seeing that. It's running like a dream, I have to say. Graphics absolutely beautiful. It must be one of the most beautiful N64 games from my mind. Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie. I just think the environments are absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's so much a case that this needs to come back now. You know, we were teased with Rare Replay. Getting the opportunity to play these games again. It's time to go the whole hog now, Microsoft. Bring Banjo back in a full 3D platformer and give it to the right developers. People who don't just want to be consigned to working on Call of Duty for the rest of their lives. Oh, here he is. It's just brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, Klungo, I don't remember all the... This is why I'm certain I mustn't have that nostalgic attachment to it. I don't remember the bosses like in the first one where you played like Nipper and enemies like that. It's just not in my mind as much. And I think it is probably just due to the time it came out and the fact that I was balls deep, frankly, in the PlayStation 2 and playing stuff like Time Splitters at this point in time. Oh god, we've got a boss fight. A boss fight where I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh god. Where is he? Oh, so he's kind of phasing in and out. He has a shield. How do I get rid of the shield? Oh god, I can't be certain. Yeah, it feels harsh even giving a review score when it's a game like this, which realistically I'd need to play for another 20 hours to have a comprehensive opinion on, but I can do what I can. And the bottom line is, I think I've seen enough to be very clear in my mind that, you know, whilst it doesn't have the nostalgic pull the original Banjo-Kazooie has for me, and I think for others, you know, people mention Banjo-Kazooie. I don't think Banjo-Tooie gets that same love. That's not a dig at it. I think it's just that most people own the first one for sure, and maybe not this because of when it came out. But it's a fantastic game, that goes without saying, and it's beautiful. The music's amazing. Bring it back. Come on, Microsoft.